You want to make money, but you're just winging it with no plan. Do you really think you stand a chance with someone like me who has a plan, who's intentional, and is putting in the work every day? See, whatever it is that you want in life, success, wealth, freedom, you must study it. You have to be strategic. You cannot drift away to the top. It is impossible. It is not about grinding non-stop, picking 2, 3 jobs, saving all your money like a robot. I'm frugal. I save all my money. Relax. That is a no-go. There are actual principles and a philosophy to building wealth. And in this video, I'm going to give you 5 practical steps to help you start building wealth in your 20s and 30s. No fluff, no hype, and no gimmicks. Just what actually works. And if you're in your 50s and 60s, no matter what age you are, don't worry. Implement these steps, and you can really start to see that you're building wealth with time. Let's get to it. Number 1, know your numbers. Trying to build wealth without knowing your numbers is like trying to drive to a destination without a GPS or a map. You don't know where to head to, whether east, west, north, south. You don't know how much gas you have. You don't know what's the mileage. You're just driving. You're just drifting. You're all over the place. Yes, you might move. Yes, you might get to a destination, but is that exactly the destination that you're trying to get to? You're lost. You're in the middle of the road doing circles. You're all over the place. Have a monthly budget. Know that when you're getting paid, that's your income. And in that budget, you have your fixed expenses and your variable expenses. Your fixed expenses is your necessities, your needs. Pay your bills. I mean, come on. There's no way you're neglecting to pay your bills. Pay your bills. Pay, if you have a mortgage, pay that. If you have an apartment, please pay your lease, car payments, etc. That's your fixed expenses. It goes into that. No negotiables. Pay your bills. Variable expenses. Now that you have your fixed expenses and you have your income coming in, the fixed expenses probably take 70% of that or 80%. But we already know where that's going, so we're cool with that. That's non-negotiable. And then your variable expenses is your wants. What do you want? You want to travel, you want to go out to restaurants, you have that variable expenses. But even with that, you track it so you know, and this month I went to 2 restaurants. I went to travel to Mexico. I have it annotated. Have in there your debts and your savings. How much debts do I have? How much liabilities do I have? Maybe I have student loan debts. So I'm going to put $100 every month aside inside my budget, and I'm allocating that $100 to my student loans. And save because we're going to use that savings to do the next couple of steps too. We're going to need that income and a little bit of that savings. So what I do is I save 10% of all my money. I don't care if it's a dime, if it's a dollar, it has to be 10%. So your income, your fixed expenses, your variable expenses, and you have your debts and savings inside that monthly budget. So you know who's taking your money. Is it Starbucks? Is it your girl? Is it your boy? Is it your kids? Who is it? Have it, see it, track it, so we can know to do the next steps. Number 2, have and start an emergency fund. An emergency fund is like a seatbelt. You don't plan to crash, but life happens. And when it does happen, that seatbelt can help save your life. It's the same principle for money. That emergency fund is there so it can save you from financial injury, because you never know what life can throw at you. I don't know about you, but I don't lock my front door of my house because I'm scared. I'm being actually smart and protecting myself from intruders. I don't want to wait for something bad to happen before I start reacting. I don't want to react. I want to respond. And so I close my door. I protect myself. I have the 6 months, 3 months, 6 months emergency fund, whether it is 3 months, 6 months for my mortgage payment, or for my car payments, or for if you have a lease. Or sometimes, man, I had one friend, we went to the club, and we after the club, we going back to the car. We go back to the car and the tires are gone. They left one, actually. Very wicked people. Your one tire, man, it was around $500. So imagine 5 times 3. You do the math. So you have to have that emergency fund. And now he was asking me for help. And then now I have to have an emergency fund to help him out. So you see what I mean? If you have an emergency fund, you don't have to go and bother somebody else, like myself. Don't come bothering me. No, I got you. But have an emergency fund, 3 to 6 months, to ensure if your car tire pops, if you have property taxes out of nowhere, anything can happen. But just have that emergency fund to help save you, right? It's all about preventing and responding. Step 3, pay yourself first. Now, I understand I'm going to get a lot of kickbacks for this. You're probably wondering, what are you talking about? What do you mean pay yourself first? Relax, I got you. What are you working for? You're working to build your future. And when you pay yourself first, you're investing in that future. Now, it is a mindset shift. That is why we're saying that wealth is really a mindset. It's the principles. So you have to pay yourself first, because that money that you're going to save up is what you're going to use to invest in the future. So for me, what I do is every time I'm getting paid that income, 70% is going for my necessities, my bills, everything that is necessary. 10% is going to my savings, the emergency fund. 10% is going to what I call my investments. That is what I say I'm paying myself. So I pay myself 10% every single time that I'm getting paid, non-negotiable, because that's what I'm going to use to invest in my future. What I do is I automate it so I don't even see it. If you don't automate it, when you see it, it hurts, because you want to keep everything. But we're going to use that money that you pay yourself to do the next big thing. So pay yourself first. Step 4, kill the high interest debts. Those high interest debts is like a succubus. You can keep building, you keep getting better, but it's sucking you. It is squeezing everything out that you're building. So if you don't get rid of that, if you don't bring those high debts down, then everything that we're talking about is going to seem like you've poked a hole in the bucket where you're filling water in it, and it's just, you keep having the water fill in, but it keeps getting out of the bucket. You don't see no real improvements. I mean, come on, you're killing yourself. So what you need to do is figure it out. What are the debts? What are the high debts that I have? Is it my credit cards? Is it my car payments? Is it mortgage? Start paying it. Start utilizing strategies, maybe starting off with the small debts and building that consistency. Or if you have it, start paying off the big debts, however you want to go about it. However, whatever gives you that motivation. If killing off the biggest one gives you that motivation, or starting off small and killing those small ones to build that consistency. But you need to get rid of those high debts so we can start building the wealth. Step 5, and the most important step after you do all the previous steps, is to start investing early. Let me tell you a story. I know a guy that is in his 30s and he's a millionaire. And I asked him, well, how did you do it? And he said, it's very simple. It's not easy, but it's very simple. It is implementing these same strategies that I talked about, but most importantly is the investment piece of this. What separates the millionaires and the billionaires from the average is really about, how can I multiply this money? How can this money make more money for me? How can I maintain the money? And so the only way to do that is to have those investments, because the investments is the moving vehicle. So what he does is, or what he did, was to invest in real estate. Real estate. He bought a house, stayed in it for a year, rented it out, and moved out, rented out the whole space, did it again. And it's not about quantity. He only has 5 houses, and he did it, and it's generating passive income for him, and it has built up equity because the tenants has paid for it. And that is just one source of investment that you could do for yourself too. And I'm doing it for myself too. After I heard that, I said, well, damn, nobody told me this, so I'm gonna start doing it too. And you damn right I'm doing it. Yeah, what? Give me my property, give me some, so I can start building equity, start building appreciation, and start having those passive incomes when the tenants are in and they're paying for you. And another one that is very simple is to start investing in stocks. You're very young, 20s and 30s. What do you have to lose? Start building those risks. Because if you start now, then you have leverage with time. It's all about compound interest. So if you start with $100 a month in a stock, it could be an ETF, it could be an individual stock, and once you place it in there, you leave it. Once you're in your 30s, your late 30s, your 40s, you start to see where compound with $100 a month, you would have amassed to $1 million. Now, you have to do the math for yourself. But stocks, invest in it. You have mutual funds. If you don't understand it, talk to a broker and get your money in there. Because if the money is not start moving and start making more money for you, then you can't be rich. If you're living just based off your income and you're saving, you have an emergency fund, and you have all that, but you don't have money to pay yourself to invest, forget it. Forget it. I mean, you just can't build a wealth. How can you build a wealth? So it is a principle, it's the philosophy, it's just a mindset. This is not no shortcut. This is not no overnight success. This is a lifestyle. This is me helping you program yourself mentally first, becoming wealthy first, and then you can actually see it by utilizing these practical steps. Now, obviously, there's more to it. So if you want more, stick around, like, comment, and share. And I want you to drop if you have any notes. All right, I'll see you in the next video.